What's up, guys? It's another Theory Thursdays from Get There. Today I want to talk to you guys about a little topic in physics called impulse. What is impulse? We're going to find out right now. So if you look in any typical formula booklet, right, you're going to see two equations or formulas for impulse. Impulse is denoted as J here. First one you'll probably see is J equal F times delta T. That is the force times the change in time. Okay? Now, at first you might think, well, how do I conceptualize that? We can work with force, remembering that force in its own equation is the mass times the change in velocity over time. Right? Now, if we multiply that by delta T, remember this is force and this is delta T, we find that the delta T's cancel out and we're left with m delta V, which you guys should know already, is just the same as delta P. That's the change in momentum. That's the second formula that you're going to get in your formula booklet. That's what impulse is. It's really just a change in momentum. Impulse is momentum. It has the units of momentum and we think about it just like that. Okay? So, at the end of the day, no matter which formula you use, you're going to get the same answer, but the one that you use just depends on the information you get in the problem. Okay, so if you get a value for force, or if you get, say, a time period in your problem, then you know that, well, I'm going to use this one, right? Whereas if you get, say, a mass or some speeds where you can calculate momentum, then you're probably going to use this one, right? Remember, we use impulse in situations where the change in time is relatively short. Like, for example, right over here, if you have a ball bouncing off a wall, the time that the ball is actually in contact with the wall is very, very small. That is a situation where we would talk about impulse and a problem that you might find on a test or a homework. Okay? Last point, guys. Remember that if you have a force versus time graph, which you know that they love to give you, remember that the impulse is always the area under the graph. So just take a look at area, right? You know how to calculate that. That is going to be your impulse. Remember that it's force times time is the area. Okay, that's it, Theory Thursdays for this week. Can't wait to see you next week.